What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to this new episode of Restorations with Vic. I know what you guys are thinking. These DUNKS SB lows are beyond cooked. Jake, our videographer, got a hold of them and went to town with them. I didn't want to ask what he did to them. I just know this looks like a super fun project that I've been dying to work to knock out. First step I gotta do is put this shoe to the side since we're only gonna be working on the left shoe. Before I could do anything else, like get started with the cleaning process, I gotta grab our dried all-purpose brush and brush some of this junk off. Another thing I do want to mention, this shoe did not come with any shoelaces, so that's something we don't have to worry about. Good to go with that. We got most of the junk off the shoe, but the shoe still looks really trashed. My biggest concern about the shoe is the suede. The suede is really crusty in some areas. I don't know if it's gonna clean up. Hopefully it does. Once the shoe is fully dried and clean, we'll find out. The next step we gotta do is take out our insoles and pop in our shoe tree. That looks like bird shit. This shoe is fully prepped and ready to go. Now let's grab our 4-ounce bottle of solution and squirt 2 squirts. Now let's get it going. The first brush we're going to be using is our Soft Bristle Brush. We're going to dunk it in our solution so we can start penetrating the uppers on this shoe. Uppers are soaked up, guys. They look really good overall thanks to the Soft Bristle Brush. There are a couple of stains on the brown suede specifically. In just a bit, we'll use the medium purpose brush to get rid of those stains. Another thing I do want to mention is the suede is definitely coming back to life. It just feels a lot softer already. Once the shoe is fully dried and clean and we hit it with the Brass Bristle Brush, it'll be fully back to life. Now what we're going to do is continue using the Soft Bristle Brush with the insides of the shoe. The insides are just as disgusting as the outsides. Let's take out our shoe tree. Insides are good, guys. Anything I might have missed, the washing machine will take care of for me. Now real quick, let's go ahead and put our shoe tree back in the shoe. And like I mentioned earlier, let's grab our medium brush so we can take care of the stains on the brown suede and leather. All done with the brown suede, guys. I can already tell most of the stains came out nicely. Now before we put this brush to the side, we're gonna grab this disgusting insole, give it a quick cleaning, and then move on to our last brush. Bam, good as new. Now let's grab our shoe. Move on to our last brush, which is our Stiff Bristle. We'll use this brush to clean up the soles and midsoles. Pre-treatment is good to go on the shoe, guys. We made a huge mess. Now the last step I gotta do is grab a detergent, grab our Secret laundry bag, put the shoe inside the bag, and go to the washing machine. Time to wash these dunks. Let's go ahead and put them in the washing machine. As always, guys, we're gonna be using cold water with the regular cycle, and of course, our detergent. We are back, guys. As you can see, the shoe cleaned out really nicely. We got all the junk completely off the shoe. Same thing with the insides. The suede turned out nicely. Every single stain that was on the toe box that I was worried about came off nicely. The suede is still a little stiff. We still gotta reset the nap on the suede using a Brass Bristle Brush, but we'll do that later. This cleaning was a success thanks to our 3-brush advanced alarm system and our detergent. Now moving on to the next step, we're gonna use Salon Care 40 and the Sun to remove the yellowing off the midsoles. Good to go with that. Let's go ahead and put them outside for a couple hours and then we'll bring them back. Good to go removing the yellowing off the midsoles, guys. One thing I do want to mention, these midsoles are off-white to match the leather on the uppers. They're not white, just so you guys know. So moving on with this restoration, we're gonna go ahead and jump back to the uppers. On the uppers, like I mentioned earlier, they're super stiff. The suede we're talking about, it's really crusty all around. So we're gonna go ahead and use our Brass Bristle Brush to reset the nap on the suede. All done resetting the nap on the suede, it's back to its original texture. As I said this before and I'll say it again, Nike SB Dunks have by far the best quality suede. The shoe was covered in junk and went through the washing machine and the suede still came back to life. Now I know a lot of the color was pulled, that's okay. In just a bit, I'll bring back the color using the Almighty Mink Oil. But before we do that, we're gonna go ahead and take care of the leather first. There's a couple of paint scuffs here and there and paint cracking near the creasing area. I already went ahead and mixed our color. I used cream and flat white to create the perfect mix. We'll be using an angular brush to lay it down. All done with the leather, it turned out great. Now the last step we gotta do on this restoration before we wrap it up is spray our Reshoevn8r Almighty Mink Oil and our Soft Bristle Brush. Pretty much what we're gonna do is apply mink oil all over the suede, let it sit for a little bit, brush it in with the Soft Bristle Brush, reapply, brush it in, reapply until the color's fully back. Let's do it. That's gonna be it on this full restoration of these Nike SB Dunk Joe Strummers. As you can see, we brought the shoe back from the dead. The first step I did was use our 3-brush advanced alarm system and a detergent to give the shoe a proper deep clean inside and out. After that, I put the shoes outside to remove the yellowing off the midsole using Salon Care 40 and the Sun. Then I brought them back inside, worked on the leather by repainting it, and finished it off by giving the suede some life by bringing back the color and bringing back the original texture using our Almighty Mink Oil. You can find all this stuff you see right here, guys, at Reshoevn8r.com. Use my promo code in the description below. This is Vic. I'll see you guys next Monday.